ENCOR Section 30 Summary Challenge. Understanding the basics of Python. Which two Boolean expressions results in a value of true? True and false, that results to false, because this is the logical multiplication. True and true results to true, because both are true and makes them true. True or false also results to true because one of the components, one of the sides only needs to be true. Not true results to false, and false not makes no sense at all. This is just an erroneous statement. Which function could be used to add a value to the specified area indicated by curly braces? Which function could be used to add a value to the specified area? Oh, okay, so if this is a part of a string, right? So we have a string with some characters and we have these curly braces in somewhere in this string, and we can inject a value in this location by writing like this string and then dot and then format and then provide the input to that function, right? So format and then parentheses, and then a variable. Which two options correctly describe Python? The syntax is similar to the English language. Well, somewhat, yes. It is based on English language, like most other programming languages, I guess. However, Python may be one which in many cases prefers English words instead of some special characters, braces, and things like that. Yeah, so similar. It is an interpreted language, and this is also a correct statement, as opposed to compiled languages. Python executes the source script, the source text file, line by line, and progresses this way. It doesn't require any compilation. It is not included on switch platforms such as Nexus. It is, and the course mentions it. Nexus switches support Python natively. It is a complex, challenging programming language. No, the learning curve for Python is quite shallow, and it can be learned quite easily. It must be added to Linux distributions in order to operate. No, most of the Linux distributions come already with Python enabled. Which two options are logical operators used to evaluate whether a condition is true or false? So these operators are logical condition is true or false. Which two options are logical operators? Whether a condition is true or false. In and or is not. So I am not sure I understand this question properly. However, I think all them are valid operators, and in checks whether an item belongs to a set, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember things correctly, and an or, they are obviously just simple, basic logical operators. Is helps to check whether an object belongs to a specific class, right? And is not, I'm not sure if it's a valid statement like that. Should it be is not or not is? Not quite sure, but yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but reversed. So, and if I read this question correctly, which two options are logical operators? I think there are only two logical operators here. They are and or. Others are not really logical operators. And they are used to evaluate whether a condition is true or false. Okay, I think I just don't need to overthink it. And yeah, so logical operators, they both evaluate into either true or false eventually. and they are and or. That's it. As simple as that. Which function can you use on an object to see its available built-in methods and attributes? This function is dir. It helps list all the methods and attributes for a given object. Yeah, that's what it is. Dir, and in the parentheses there can be the object variable, or maybe I think also it works for classes as well. So it could be class statement, anything. Which Linux command could be used to verify which Python version would be used for a script if you did not include the shebang? All right, so I'm not sure quite about this. I think it's Python version, isn't it? Which, what does which do? I kind of forgot which I think it belongs to. Which is definitely the bash command, which, I may make a mistake here, but what I would do, I would just do the Python version command. Or maybe which Python? All right, this is something I don't exactly recall, but Python version, or which Python? What does which do in bash? Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? I think which shows you like which specific binary executable is being invoked when you just type this command like Python. I hope that's what it is, because I think Python version is not properly written here. It should be Python -- version as a kind of parameter to it. So I'll go with which Python. I'm not sure really. All right, question 7. Which command could you use to execute the Python script named sample.py? It is as simple as Python space sample.py. Run, not correct. Python execute, no need to use this keyword. Execute Python, no need to. Just Python and the script name. That's what it is. Which data type requires you to supply a key to extract a value? That must be the dictionary. So strings and integers. Integer is a scalar type, just a number. String is a string. It can be also treated as a sort of a list, like indexable, I guess it's called. A list is just a set of values in specific order, which can be accessed by numeric index starting with 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And dictionary uses strings as keys to extract values. So give me this with the key of this specific string, and that's what dictionary is. All right.